So Rumsey, how do you like that?
That started with Coach Locks, and it just stick. You know, he kind of ended everybody's name like that, so it just ride with it.
What was that kind of the junior pro day, you know, that experience like for you, and the attention you got afterwards, you know, just kind of hitting some of the figures you did?
I mean, I didn't really look for attention. It was just, you know, they told us to come up here and do that stuff, and you know, I just, you know, did what I had to do, and it just so happened I came out with those numbers. I actually was kind of, you know, upset after I ran, because I didn't feel like I, you know, had a good start. But you know, after they told me the numbers, I was like, well, I still feel like I could do better. How
much do you watch the 40 at the combine and things like that, and think about the day that you can potentially do that, knowing what you're capable of?
I just kind of look at it and try to compare myself to guys, and just look at, like, you know, this guy is this weight and this, you know, look at the things that he's done, and so I just try to, you know, compare myself and just know that I can try to do better.
What time did you get if you had a good start then? If you got a 4.25 with a bad start?
No, that we'll have to wait to see, but you know, I feel like I had one of the fastest 40s.
What's it like, new receivers coach for this? You know, what's it like, kind of getting to know him and understanding what he wants to do?
Well, you know, Wiggins was he was a guy that we all, you know, the group clicked with, you know, right off the bat. You know, we got good relationships with him right off the bat. You know, he called meetings early before workouts and, you know, things like that, just to, you know, build a relationship, kind of watch a little film and, you know, get to know the playbook. And, you know, like I said, that developed a great relationship. You know, we already had good relationships within the receivers because we didn't lose much. And, you know, we just, you know, with a new coach and new system, you have to build that relationship and trust each other before we can even go into, you know, practice, and that's what we did.
What kind of stuff has he been working on with you in your game?
You know, he kind of works with everybody. You know, you know, he'll tell you individual stuff. So I say mine is just, once again, being more technical, and that's just something I've always been wanting to work on.
Just like kind of crispness in your routes and that kind of thing?
Yeah, pretty much, and not, you know, try to play at my top speed the entire game.
Is that, when you say not play your top speed, is it hard to try to harness that sometimes and not try to run 4.25 every time you're?
You know, I feel like that could be one of my best, you know, assets as a player, as a receiver, is my quickness and, you know, my long field speed. So, you know, I try to play, you know, I'm trying to, you know, play consistently at that 4.2 and do everything at that level.
How much of an asset is Tyrell Shavers to this team, kind of built in a different model than the rest of the receivers as a taller guy?
Well, you know, you got to have a big guy, you know, that you can find, you know, down in the red zone, or somebody that can do the dirty work with for the group. And I mean, that's what Tyrell is, and I'm pretty sure he'll show that.
What's that like in the group now? I mean, this is the third year with and really second year with Jalen. So what's that chemistry like this time of year?
Like I said, as a group, we're brothers. I mean, you know, if we ever need one another, we'll call each other, and we always there together. If one person wants to go work out and he calls somebody, we'll end up with, you know, everybody just about. So that's just how we are, and we get along really well. And I say that's what makes us better, because we critique each other, and, you know, one guy can't get complacent about, you know, things that he does well.
Wide receivers probably one of the more experienced groups on the offense at this point. Do you think that there's a chance that all four of you guys might be playing at the same time more than last year at times?
Maybe so. I mean, with the system we have, you never know. You know, with Sarkisian coming from the NFL, he kind of has different twists and turns to his playbook. But I mean, you know, whenever the season comes, we'll game plan accordingly, and whatever we need to do, we'll do it.
How much has Sark has a West Coast background? I mean, how much do you think, you know, especially with the short kind of horizontal routes that you see typically in the West Coast offense, how much do you think he could be an asset, especially for this kind of scheme?
Well, I mean, you know, knowing the guys that we got, and I'm pretty sure he knows the guys that we have, at not even just receiver, at running back and quarterback. He knows the weapons that we have and the things that we can do. So, you know, he kind of told us that he'll get us the ball the ways that he can, and, you know, we'll put in our input, and that's the best thing about a player and the coach relationship. We get to talk to him, and he can talk to us.
Has
And
Calvin
you could be featuring a lot on crossing routes and those kind of things, just to and have maybe Judy on the more vertical clear out routes?
Well, I wouldn't say no. Not one guy will do certain things. We all try to do certain things. We try to fill in each other's roles. So no one guy will be in one position doing one certain thing.
Do you look forward to the scrimmage like tomorrow, being able to get out there, Brian Denny, and go 11 on 11?
Yeah, I mean, you always want to compete, and speaking that practice isn't scrimmage, so you don't really have live periods moving the ball and things like that. But once you have that scrimmage, that you can actually see where the team is and what kind of competitors we are.
Has Calvin or Julio ever, have they talked to you about what they like from Sark or what to expect?
I mean, they tell us a little couple things that they have experienced, but those guys are just like big brothers to us, and we can talk to them whenever we need them, and they always give us tips about just being a player in general.
What is the tip? What did they say about Sark?
I mean, that he's a great guy. We kind of find that out ourselves, and we can build a relationship with him. Whenever we need him or we have a question about something, we can go into his office and talk to him and call him up, and that's he's lived up to that.
You talk about Coach Wiggins and kind of getting to know him. What's that process been like with all the new coaches? Really, kind of, do you feel like they've gotten to know you on a more personal level too? And what's that connection?
Yeah, like I said, Wiggins, he kind of called receiver meetings, at different times of the day, just to have us come up and just do little things to have just have breakfast or have lunch or something, so we can get kind of talk it out and do different things. So I kind of say that helped our relationship, and with all the coaches, that's all it is, just talking to them and getting to know them, popping in and out of the offices.
How does playing special teams help you as a receiver and vice versa? Is there overlap between those two?
I mean, it just makes me more versatile as a player. I'm a team player, and I feel like I can do anything that the coaches need me to do. If they ask me to do it, I'm done. And special teams is just it's a part of the game, and it is a big factor in the game. So I feel like that's a way I can help my team.
With the quarterback back and all the wide receivers back, do you feel like more just improving maybe things that were done last year, or is this with a new offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, is there some stuff being put in for next year?
I mean, it's some stuff being put in, of course, because you have a new system, but I mean, you always want to build on last season. So I mean, we did good things, and we just want to build on it.
That's all we have time for. Thank you.